like even my intention is a little different from just building a homestead or things like, I see what you were talking about, Sharona, as a project within the scope of what we're doing. But what I'm really focused on is more of building the Synergy Hub experience and having that be a network of places that people can go to. And to me, that's just a co-working, co-living space that could potentially grow into a village, but that's not necessarily like my focus yet, because I feel like people still need to transition into that. And that could be a project like within a Synergy Hub that they're like, this is what I want to build my own homestead, I want this, and then we provide them with the tools for them to like, you know, for everything, for like current, you know, building our own currency and all of that. It's like, it's a whole education platform in itself to like help people even transition into that world. So that's more of my focus than just, you know, going completely off grid and things like that. It's like, I feel like we're like we're in the in-between, the Synergy Hubs, the in-between world of like, you know, going fully off grid and kind of that balance between the two paradigms.
No, I completely understand. I am completely aligned with that. But my only point was like the homesteads and stuff like that. It's something inside what we are trying to do, but it's fundable because like people like that Alosha guy doing, they'll find $10,000 or $20,000. They will get to a land and they will take that action. You know what I'm saying? So that's a part, but the overall picture is much larger. It's the agreement field is very important from where we are, because a lot of the times we have arguments, fights, disagreements because we don't have a clear understanding of what we are doing.
No, we don't.
What do you mean? Are you making fun of me, Josh?
Yeah, he was contradicting you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I get it.
Yeah, that's how arguments start, with the word no.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And Stephen, you have no idea. Josh has warned me several times because of a cultural training. Sometimes I say no.
You did.
And then he's like, don't say that. The other person has like a whole negative. But then I found a lot of people that I talk to, they're from Africa or Asia, they say this all the time. No.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's different cultures. Right.
Yeah,
In this culture here, in the Western culture, as soon as you've brought in no, it's like there's negative, there's conflict, there, you know.
And then I even ask people, they are like, oh yeah, when you said no, I was like completely taken aback. And I'm like, I did not even know that, but you know, it is what it is. So things like that. Sometimes like I have lived here for now almost 32 years, but I'm still getting used to that.
So I want to bring us back to our conversation. I think that Steve hasn't said his opinion on the structuring. Would you like to comment, Steve, on, or is this a great time that he got frozen?
Yeah. Here's my if you were to take a piece of paper out and put it on in front of you, I can sort of diagram it for you here. If you can imagine, here's what I see, the overall structure I see. What I see that we have to do, though, is establish each of the organizational purposes and visions of what that particular function is doing. Like, what I see is at the top we've got Green Earth Society, which is the umbrella which protects everything underneath it, right? Then what I see is I see two different arms coming down from there. You've got a Green Earth Vision for-profit division, a Green Earth Vision non-profit division. Then what I see is after monies have been made and paid out and treated like a business, on the for-profit end, that money the profits would flow over to the nonprofit section. From the nonprofit, I would say that the monies would flow into a church, which would then take the finances and turn it into resources, so that we would get the most benefit and the most value out of those resources. And then it would then go down to the community, the Synergy Hub, which then could be like a network into villages, other communities, societies, other companies, and basically reach out and expand the whole vision and the whole Green Earth vision. So,
which is where Gaia's at. Down on they're like underneath all that, like they're the network down there.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. That's kind of what we talked about. And that church could also be one of these trusts, these foreign trusts that we're building right now with the Pantera.
Absolutely.
Or it could be a church.
Yeah, exactly. Green Earth Vision, nonprofit and for-profit could sit on the side, on the outside, if it doesn't have to be properly structured, and then just flow money into the church so it's properly covered by the Green Earth Society. So,
and I think that would be good to name, like in our mission statement, because there's the for-profit and the nonprofit, and everyone always says, be careful not to put a for-profit and nonprofit. There's legal veils that you could penetrate, and then now you're in trouble and you're getting arrested and whatnot. But I believe that if our intention, like you said, is to flow money the opposite from the LLC, is built to flow money into and to support the nonprofit instead of the other way around, how it's the corrupt way, then I think we could have the same name for them both. Would that be confusing if it was Green Earth Vision LLC and Green Earth Vision Nonprofit and we were running them both?
No, all that would matter in the eyes of the IRS and the taxes is what bank account did those checks get deposited into, and who did it come from, We have to keep it clean, but like the Green Earth Vision, for profit the monies would go into a particular bank account. The nonprofit division, that monies would go into a separate bank account. We keep our accounting clean and straight, and we should be fine. We should be totally fine then.
Okay. Anybody else want to comment on?
We could make a slight difference in the name somewhere, so that it's not considered that we could put monies from one into the other, or something to confuse things. But yeah, we could look at that. I could probably get with my tax lady on that and find out what she thinks about that. So.
Okay.
Awesome. That's what I needed to know.
We could make the for-profit. We could call it like Green Earth Builders. We could change the name.
Yeah, that makes sense because we're building, and Green Earth Vision is a wider vision. So yeah. That's something. So when I get there next week, maybe we can map it out, and I'll write it down so we can figure out what to do there, the next steps, and how to set up the accounts and things like that. Or rename the business if we need to.
We'll start by firing everyone.
You're fired, Josh.
Before you guys fired, I'm not even part of Green Earth Vision yet. Christina promised I'll be part.
You just need to put that.
I'll be part of the not-for-profit section. She said that I can promise you, but not yet. That's right.
Yeah, officially we need to make the not-for-profit. I think we should do that pretty much ASAP.
Yeah.
Maybe while you guys are here, we just get the form and turn it in. At least have it going and started.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Because that's going to be a big part of like us getting funding for building out stuff. That's why I was telling you. Like I wanted to put our organization down on this website where they donate. It's like pro bono services, design services and architectural services for anything we're building, and they're like the best firms around the world, and they donate 1% of their time for any like nonprofit project that's like on their list, you know. So it said on there, I read on there that even if you're in the process of getting your nonprofit status and you're not there yet, but maybe it's under another nonprofit, like they would still accept that.
Okay.
So,
That sounds good. Let's maybe get that going while we're here then, the nonprofit thing. I heard it was a lot easier than because I did it years ago. I made a nonprofit for conscious music events, and I went to a lawyer, and I think she charged me like $1,000. And basically all she did is there's a standard form, and you write in like the mission. You like modify
Yeah,
that.
that's remarkably stupid.
Thank you.
Not but you know, this is how they get you. I once went to do an incorporation, and if that woman didn't tell me that it would cost me $2,000 or something, I would have done it. It's like $800. Because she said it was 2,000 something, I'm like, damn. And then I went and like looked it up. It's like $90 to do it. And it's just write a piece of paper and all the templates are there. So why would I want to spend $2,000? You know, it makes no sense.
Yeah, we got to watch out. There's a lot of, that's what we've found with the web work. It's like there's just so many people that give you all these different answers based on these different perceptions and different platforms, and it's just so confusing. So anyhow, as for Green Earth Vision, Sharona, yeah, let's develop that further when you get here, and maybe we can decide, you know, what's our product. You know, because there was an idea, an initial idea when I was in Costa Rica of matching people, getting them together and coherent, getting them to an event so that they can actually be coherent, not, you know, build that trust in person, like Buju says, you know, like really, like, it's not just about matching software. That's just stage one. You know, if you have someone that's a hardcore vegan and hates meat eaters, and then someone that hates vegans, and you pull them in together and you don't realize that, then yeah, that's going to suck. But if you can match, that's going to help you. All that's going to do is help your chances of success go up. And then you have the event that actually takes them through these processes that are provided to help them build trust, build a common language, and build a common vision and mission and purpose together for their business, so that if they're going to venture together, they can go back home, take some time, decide if they're going to, it's a shift in lifestyle. You know, this is meant for people that are going to sell their homes and move together to some sort of a situation. And I don't like to call it community, because I think that word is, I think I wish there was something altogether different that we could call it, because it's really like a venture of some sort. So our product has been that, and it's kind of complicated. It's like we can make money off tribe matching. We can pull in investors if we're a nonprofit, of course. And we can also expand that vision if we're a nonprofit and take on other things when it comes to raising funds. But what we're set up for now is to do what I said, and we can match people. We can find the land and be the realtor for a whole village. Or we're taking the place of the land developer too, by the way. Which is something that I've done. So we've got investor, fund finder, because we're matching their fund. We're getting funds, we're land developing, and realtor. Those are all big chunks of a project that they will not have figured out just by a bunch of people coming together.
Yeah, that's going to make a big difference, because we can build in the integrity by keeping the land separate. Like I did a lot of research on various communities, and one of the things that breaks up the communities is that they get it going, and then a few people have the control of the land, and they turn around and sell the land, and all of a sudden everybody's out of a place. So I think we get a chance to actually hold an integrity in line where people can have some security. When the community gets set up there, it's established by agreement that it's going to be there, you know, so nobody's worried about what's going to happen. They can actually build on it and build the community and expand, you know. So
Structuring. So this is all part of our offer. The structuring that keeps them safe, the agreement fields. There's a lot we're offering. So how to put that into a way that, I think we'll just do that when we get here when we create the nonprofit, right? Or is there any more that people see that are added value? Because the events is pretty cool in itself, because there's a lot of events to be done in transforming from strangers to family, community, tribe.
Yeah, events, workshops, retreats, things like that. But I mean, right now it's like our focus is just building the foundation, of where to bring people to. And so again, it's like coherence, right? So it's like, make sure that we all really understand how it's structured, and that's part of the educational onboarding, so everyone's on the same page with how things are working. Josh, you have less than a minute.
Yeah, let's check back in, I guess. So what did we cut? We need to cover. You wanna lead us through the last part of this, or whatever it is, whether it's a summary or a with what else we're trying to get out of this call that you feel maybe we haven't. So think about that. Use the same number for Zoom. Log out and then log back in. Give it about 30 seconds so I can log out and log in first. Okay.
Okay.
okay.